On a cold December night in 1968, on a lonely stretch of road in Benicia, California, two teenagers sat together in a parked car. They were enjoying the quiet, the isolation, the kind of stillness only country roads can offer. But what they didn't know was that someone was watching them, someone who had already selected them. Moments later, gunshots shattered the silence. Both teens were found shot multiple times. It was violent, sudden, and seemingly random. But this was only the beginning. The killer would soon introduce himself to the world. He called himself the Zodiac. 2 months later, in 1969, another couple was attacked in a car at Blue Rock Springs. This time, the killer phoned the police himself, calmly admitting responsibility for both attacks. He spoke clearly, unemotional, as if requesting room service, then disappeared into the night. But the true terror began when the San Francisco Chronicle, Examiner, and Vallejo Times-Herald each received nearly identical letters. Inside were chilling confessions, threats, and most famously, 3 cryptic ciphers. One contained the now iconic line, "I like killing people because it is so much fun." The Zodiac demanded his letters be printed on the front page, or more would die. Newspapers complied. Panic spread across Northern California. Families stayed home. Lovers avoided secluded roads. The Zodiac had transformed fear into a weapon. In his letters, he mocked police and taunted the public. Sometimes he bragged about murders. Other times he threatened school buses, claiming he would pick off the kiddies as they came off. He signed every letter with a strange symbol, a circle with a cross through it, a logo for his personal mythology. One of the Zodiac's most haunting crimes occurred at Lake Berryessa. A young couple lay on the grass, having a picnic when a man approached wearing a hooded costume, decorated with the Zodiac symbol. He tied them up and stabbed them repeatedly. He then left a message on their car door in black marker, listing his crimes like a scorecard. Despite the brutality, one victim survived long enough to give police a description, the only detailed account of the Zodiac's appearance. Yet even with this, the killer remained a ghost. His next attack came in San Francisco, the murder of cab driver Paul Stein. The killer shot him in the head, tore off a piece of the victim's shirt, and mailed it to the Chronicle, proof the Zodiac was not an imposter. Witnesses saw him walking away from the cab, but police made a critical error. They mistakenly expected a black suspect based on an unrelated description. The Zodiac walked right past them. He then mocked the blunder in his letters. Over the years, dozens of suspects were investigated. The most famous was Arthur Leigh Allen, an ex-teacher with disturbing behavior patterns. Handwriting samples, witness statements, and circumstantial evidence pointed toward him. Yet DNA and fingerprints failed to match. Other suspects included Richard Gaykowski, Lawrence Kane, and Earl Van Best Jr., but none could be proven. The Zodiac ciphers became as famous as his murders. The first one was cracked by a schoolteacher and his wife, but the remaining ciphers, including the mysterious Z340, remained unsolved for 51 years. In 2020, a team finally decoded it, only to find another mocking message offering no identity. And then the letters stopped. The killings stopped. The Zodiac faded into history. He had terrorized California for years, killed without pattern, communicated without fear, and then simply vanished. Today, the Zodiac Killer remains one of America's most chilling unsolved mysteries. A phantom who turned murder into a message and left behind a legacy of fear, puzzles, and questions that may never be answered. Who was he? Why did he stop? And why did he want the world to read his rage? The truth, like his final cipher, remains hidden.